Thank you. Thank you so very, very much, and welcome once again to Florida Championship Wrestling, sanctioned, of course, by the Professional Wrestling Federation of America. I might point out that, as you can see here on the desk, the Professional Wrestling Federation Championship belt has been held up by orders from our president, R.C. Randy Roberts. And joining me today, Diamond Dallas Page is on special assignment. Joining me today is Sir Oliver Humperdinck, who is more than somewhat upset over the fact that the Steel Man's not wearing that.
Well, I am upset about the Steel Man not wearing this piece of gold right here, but I just want to tell you and everybody out there that it's indeed my pleasure to be subbing for Diamond Dallas Page today. Page is away on very important business and can't be here. But Gordon, you and I have been together a lot of times in the past, and we're going to get through this one.
We are indeed, and I might also point out that we do have a Florida Heavyweight Championship match upcoming during this next hour. It'll be one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Who manages the Florida Heavyweight Champion?
Well, you do.
Who supplied Professional Wrestling Federation with a list of challengers for Al Perez's title?
You did. You said it was a list of worthy challengers.
How fair can you be?
Well, I happen to notice that. Steve Kern's name wasn't on the list.
Well, of course it wasn't on the list. There's a lot of guys around this area that deserve a shot. Kern has had a chance. Now it's time for somebody new.
All right, well, we'll find out. Now then, we do have something that I think we need to take a look at, and that, of course, is the steel cage match, of course, surrounding controversy surrounding the Professional Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. So if we may, let's journey to Sarasota and take a look at that particular instance. Here, as you can see, Dusty Rhodes very, very much in control of the situation.
That's exactly right. Dusty Rhodes in control at this point, but the tide is going to turn soon.
All right, steel cages are designed to keep people out, and I'm trying to figure out how you got in.
The door was merely open. I wanted to go. Look at there. The door was jarred open. I wanted to go into the cage and explain to the referee that somehow the door had popped open. And what does he do? He lays me colder than a mackerel. Well, I'm not too happy about it, pal.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friend, that's the way it is, and R.C. Randy Roberts has held up the title. There will be a tournament. We'll have more information on that a little bit later on the program.
Everybody knows who the true champion is.
We'll also be seeing the big steel man in action today in a special handicap match, and of course we do have that Florida heavyweight title match upcoming. But right now we've got a fine match in the ring ready to go. Mike Graham getting set to move out against the Gladiator. This will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Our official in the ring, of course, is Mickey J.
Gordon, as you're well aware, Mike Graham is one half of the newly crowned Florida Tag Team Champions, along with Dustin Rhodes. They captured that title for the Southern Force right here on your program.
They did indeed, and I must say that some people might have said that was an upset, but I think it was a beautiful bit of strategizing on the part of both Dustin Rhodes and Mike Graham, and I have a hunch they're going to be holding on to that title, although there are a lot of people in contention for it right now.
And not two of the least of which we have, I think, on a piece of videotape right here, don't we?
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's listen to those folks right now because they definitely want those titles. Let's go now to these comments from the Southern Force.
Mike Graham, Dustin Rhodes, let me tell you something. The Southern Force is hot on your trail. We're going to take them dadgum belts back and put them back where they belong. Ain't that right?
That's right, because you know Dustin Rhodes and Mike Graham, it's just a matter of time. Time's running out. You're going to have to deal with the Southern Force, Black Bart, and the Dirty White Boy.
Devastating combination, I must admit that. Right now it's Mike Graham continuing keep a top wrist lock on the Gladiator, has him down on the canvas, and so the Gladiator's got his problems.
Mike Graham is a great wrestler, as you said earlier, Gordon. But I've been impressed by this Gladiator. I think he's coming along leaps and bounds in the last few weeks that I've seen him right here on television. The kid is impressive. He's a big man, moves good, and Mike Graham's got a handful today, I'm telling you that.
Well, Mike Graham, of course, can call back on his years of experience, and he's the kind of a guy that just doesn't quit in a match, that's for sure.
That's exactly right. But getting back to the Southern Force, I have never seen the kind of intensity that I saw from those two individuals on that videotape. Black Bart and Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boy, are out for one thing, and that's to regain those belts. And you got to believe them. When they say it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Well, I got to say this, that I was surprised about the change that you and Diamond Dallas Page made in the Southern Force, but the addition of the Dirty White Boy, Tony Anthony, has to be...
It was a stroke of brilliance.
Well,
Diamond Dallas and I sat around all night after that happened, wondering how we could streamline the team, make it a better, more efficient team. We came up with the answer. Tony Anthony, the dirty white boy. What an addition. What a plus on the side of Black Bart.
Oh, I have to admit that's very, very, very true. Mike Graham keeping the pressure now on the Gladiator.
If you'll notice, Gordon, every time Mike Graham has an outing in the ring, he'll go for those legs. Everybody's got a different style. There's a lot of guys that go for the arm, the head. Mike Graham, you can just about bet the paycheck, is going to go for the guy's leg. And, of course, he's trying to soften it up for that famous figure 4 leg lock.
Precisely. Side headlock now by the Gladiator as Graham got a little bit too far back and the Gladiator was able to hook the head.
He's got some impressive moves. Keep an eye on this Gladiator now. I'm telling you, he's a pick. He's a Humperdinck pick of the future.
How did you happen to miss
that was just a clean, straight power move. Look at that power move. Speaking of power moves.
Belly to back, and it was Mike Graham taking the Gladiator to the canvas. The Gladiator tried to bring him up for a body slam. Graham rolled in very nicely behind him, but got trapped on that one. The Gladiator comes crashing down, and Graham slips away from it. Oklahoma side roll.
Wow, I haven't seen that in years.
Beautiful pinning combination using that Oklahoma side roll. And I'll tell you what.
There's a couple of fellas by the name of the Briscoe brothers that have won a lot of matches with that particular maneuver right
and
there.
Danny Hodge, too, former world junior heavyweight champion. Tell you what, maybe we can... there we see him now as the Gladiator seems to think he has things pretty well under control. Mike Graham. Now there he's taken off his feet, or taken a whip. Yeah, that's a shortcut to say the least. Belly to back suplex, perfectly executed.
Now watch as the man gets up on all fours here. Graham is quick, agile. He's going to dive right over him, hook that far leg. Coming up right here.
Hooking out of it very nicely. Good counter here, and here's where Graham was in trouble momentarily.
The big man going for the big squash right here. Nobody home.
That's
Mike
right.
Graham regaining that consciousness, shaking out those cobwebs.
This is a beautiful move by Graham.
Look at it. Pretty.
Double hooked his man and had him in the Oklahoma side roll.
Pretty.
And so Mike Graham emerges the victor. All right, we've got Comrade Buick going up against Steve Gator Kern. One fall, a 10-minute time limit.
These cretins in the audience down here today are giving Comrade Buick a hard time about the country he represents, of course, is the Soviet Union. And I've always been the type of man that never really cared about political philosophy. If a man was able to get the job done in the ring, I hired him, I made him a star. I've got somebody that I'm going to be bringing to the state of Florida very, very soon that is a product of everyone's past and is going to be a nightmare in everybody's future. Political philosophies aside, it never mattered to me. If the man can get the job done in the squared circle, he's a member of the House of Humperdinck.
Well, there you hear the philosophy of one Sir Oliver Humperdinck. Right now the crowd picking it up. And one of the reasons we have a very, very loyal crowd here, particularly Steve Kern, who, as you can see in the background, is very active in the Say No to Drugs campaign. And I might say, too, it's a pleasure to have Cub Pack 184 from Temple Terrace in the audience today, along with their pack leader, John King, and we certainly welcome them. And we certainly would like to mention that on the nights when we do televise our matches, we invite scouting organizations, both Boys and Girl Scouts, and the Cubs as well. If they'd like to come down, we invite them to do so. Steve Kern.
You know, I used to be a Boy Scout.
You used to be a Boy Scout?
I used to be a Boy Scout.
Indeed. I don't even think I'll try and pursue that matter.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Kern tried to slip away that time. Buick caught him. Now Kern catches him a nice snap there that puts Buick back to the canvas.
Kern, the intensity that Kern is displaying this evening and all around in all the matches he's been in. I know what he's got on his mind, and that is the Florida title and Al Perez. Kern is wrestling now and living and training and breathing and eating for one goal, and that's to usurp Mr. Al Perez and take away his Florida title. But I'm going to tell you something, Gordon. It'll never, ever happen.
Well, we'll find out.
It'll never happen.
Buick lashes out, and Kern fired back.
Buick's going to have to find out that you're not going to be able to stand there and go toe-to-toe with this guy. Gator Kern, for all he is a tough individual. And if you want to mix it up, he's more than ready anytime.
Buick Driving that knee into the midsection, and it is Kern possibly in trouble here. His head smashed on the turnbuckle. It is Kern caught again by Busick, and it looks to me like he's choking. The referee, Mickey J., calling for the break. Again, Busick down and putting the choke on Steve Kern.
Why won't Kern stay in the ring? He's trying to get out of the ring here. Busick is holding him in the ring. He's not choking him. Steve Kern is trying to run right now.
Kern taking a lot of punishment now at the boots of Comrade Busick. By the way, all of these matches, of course, here on Florida Championship Wrestling are sanctioned by the Professional Wrestling Federation of America.
You know, Gordon, I got a good idea. I was up around Tallahassee the other day, and I learned that Florida Championship Wrestling in the PWF is now on Fox 49. Did you hear the big news?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We want to welcome everybody up there around Leon County. Because they're seeing the very best right here.
That's right. And I'll tell you, it's a beautiful civic center in Tallahassee, the Leon County Civic Center. Busick now catches Kern in the midsection, and it is Busick. Quick jab into the throat, and Kern is down on that bottom ring rope, and he's hanging on at the moment.
Concerning these last two competitors that we saw today, the Gladiator and now Comrade Busick, they're both just a step away of being top stars in the sport. All they need is guidance. Look at this.
Good move by Kern. Excellent move. He caught him very nicely.
Than anything I've seen for a long time. He exploded into that.
All right, we're going to watch it once again. You see Busick now scoring with a hard clubbing right hand and arm. And Kern is Irish whipped into that far corner. Busick tried to catch him for a slam. Kern very quickly moved in behind his man, drove him into the turnbuckle, caught him in a nice roll that time, and forced those shoulders down for the 3 count. So, a fine victory for Steve Kern. It's my pleasure to have with me right now the president of the Professional Wrestling Federation, Mr. R.C. Randy Roberts. And I think, first of all, we need to talk about the fact that this title belt has been held up.
Yes, Gordon, because of what happened in Sarasota that night and interference from outside the ring of the steel cage, the PWF Heavyweight Championship has been held up. And to determine the new champion of the Professional Wrestling Federation, the PWF will hold a tournament. It will be a double elimination style tournament, which will be held in the arenas around all the areas, and it will involve each competitor wrestling from the top 10 wrestlers of the Professional Wrestling Federation. It will be a double elimination tournament where an individual wrestler must lose twice to be eliminated from this tournament.
All right, so he could be wrestling, say, in Tampa on a Thursday night at the Sportatorium and lose, but then say he were in Fort Pierce or Fort Lauderdale or somewhere like that and wins. As long as he doesn't lose twice, he can stay in the tournament.
Absolutely, Gordon. And when the final 4 of those matches are derived, then that tournament we will have a final 4 tournament match in a designated area later, and that will determine the new Professional Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
All right, now I'll tell you what, we do have a list, I believe, of those top 10. Is that correct?
Yes, we do, Gordon, and if you will be so kind as to list those as they come up on the screen.
As you see them now, it's Al Perez, Black Bart, Larry Zbyszko, Steve Gator Kern, and Colonel De Beers. In addition, Dustin Rhodes, Mike Graham, Nasty Boy Knobs, Bam Bam Bigelow, and the Big Steel Man. Randy, all I can say is that is an impressive lineup. It really is.
Yes, Gordon, we've tried to put together the top competitors in this area. And also today, I want to reiterate what you said earlier. We are going to have a Florida Heavyweight Championship match today. And as soon as I finish the contract negotiations and back, I will return to you and give you who the opponent will be in that match.
Fair enough. That sounds very, very exciting to me. And I might mention, too, that Mr. Roberts was talking to me a little bit earlier. We have a contest upcoming. We'll bring you full details about that because it's going to affect each and every one of you who watch us here on Florida Championship Wrestling. Anything to add?
That's all, Gordon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Mr. R.C. Randy Roberts, and we're going to be seeing the Big Steel Man in just a moment. Florida Championship, Dustin Rhodes going up against the Big Steel Man, who will be accompanied at ringside by Sir Oliver Humperdinck. Remember now, all of these matches will take place in Fort Lauderdale. War Memorial Auditorium, Wednesday, June 14th. Match time is 8 p.m. As we said, call now and get your tickets at Ticketmaster locations throughout the area. In the opening event, Lightning Lou Perez faces Comrade Buick. Special event, the Bubblegum Kid against the Gladiator. In a tag team challenge, it'll be the Nasty Boys against the Southern Force. A Caribbean hip title match, Tyree Pride facing Jomo Kenya. In the main event, Professional Wrestling Federation tournament match, the natural himself, Dustin Rhodes, taking on the 385-pound steel man, who will be accompanied at ringside by Sir Oliver Humperdinck. Make your plans now to be in Fort Lauderdale, War Memorial Auditorium, on Wednesday, June 14th at 8 p.m. We'll see you there.
All right, Mr. Audio Man, crank up that music. You know what time it is. All you 9 and 5ers out there, stand on up and give a big round of applause to the undisputed PWF Heavyweight Champion, the one, the only, B-A-double-D Bad, Big Steel Man!
Big Steel Man moving in. There's the bell, and he's taking on 2 opponents, and he's taking them on apparently both at one time.
One is not enough, and 2 is even better. Will you take a look at this? This makes my whole day here, seeing these 2 bozos getting manhandled by the undisputed king of the PWF, the Big Steel Man.
Yes, but he is not the Professional Wrestling Federation champion.
In my mind, the undisputed man, the only man to be able to wear that belt, the only man fitting to be able to wear that belt is the man you see in the ring right now.
Brother, did he just catch him.
Guys.
He has just absolutely demolished this combination. Rick Diamond and Brady Higgins both in a whole world of hurt now. Caught again, that massive elbow.
That is like running into the back of a big old Mack truck, brother. There's nowhere to go but down.
He ties him up once again. Irish whip off the ropes into the turnbuckle rather than crashes down with 385 pounds into that chest area. And now those massive arms pounding away against.
You know what a sportsman I am, Gordon. Maybe this is not fair, 2 men. Maybe I should have the big guy wrestle 4 or 5 at a time.
Well, there's the height of conceit. Crashes him down once again.
Do both of them, brother. I gotta have a word with the big man over here.
Double pin by the Big Steel Man. And he is, I've got to say this, he is awesome. He is as awesome as any wrestler I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. And he just literally wiped him out. As you can see here, he brings him up again. There's that big sledge. He brings him around, crashes him down next to the other fallen opponent, and then that 385 pounds pins both men at the same time. Well, we've got some comments now at ringside, so let's go to Sir Oliver Humperdinck.
To say what we just witnessed would be impressive, would be the understatement of the year. You are looking at the undisputed king of the PWF, and belt or no belt, tournament, Randy Roberts or no tournament. This is the man who will go through the competition and once again wear the gold.
Can't take it away from me. I am the champion. I am the champion. I am the champion. I am the champion.
You are the champion, my friend, and I'm guaranteeing you this. By hook or by crook, through a tournament, through Randy Roberts, through Gordon Soley, you will be the champion again!
I have asked Steve Gator Kern to join me here at Mike's side to help call the action on this Florida Championship match coming up, because I figured, well, this will give Steve a good chance to further study this man, Al Perez.
Well, we both know, Gordon, that Humperdinck felt that it wasn't an opportunity for me on television today, that he could give a list out here and pick a worthy opponent. I'm a little curious myself just to see who the opponent's going to be at this time.
Well,
as long as I've been counted out.
Yeah, that sort of amazed me, too. But wait a second. Randy Roberts is just joining us.
I gave you a list earlier who's going to be the challenger today for the Florida heavyweight title. I gave you a list. What's your decision?
Mr. Humperdinck, you do not dictate to the Professional Wrestling Federation who will be the opponents in a championship match. The board decides who is the most worthy opponent. And we, notwithstanding your list, we have chosen someone that is not on your list, and that opponent will be coming out right now to start this match for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
All right.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you so very much.
I like that Randy Roberts boy.
I do too. Well, let's see who's going to be moving out here a moment. Hey, wait a minute. I recognize that music. Hey, man, the Natural's on his way. Natural's on his way.
Definitely a worthy opponent there for Al Perez.
All right.
He's definitely going to have his hands full today, Gordon.
Co-holder of the Florida Tag Team Championship, along with Mike Graham, the Natural Dustin Rhodes. And he's taking on Al Perez, the Florida heavyweight title on the line. One fall, a 20-minute time limit.
This is going to be a good match, Gordon. I was a little worried when I realized Humperdinck was making a choice, but Randy Roberts definitely put the pressure not only on Al Perez, but Humperdinck.
And Al Perez, of course, has had no chance to psych himself up for this. I'm sure he felt that he was going to get some opponent that he had on the list, and he's had a chance to study those films, but he, I'm sure, has not studied the films
I
on
don't
Dustin.
even think he's taken time to watch Dustin Rhodes, thinking that with that tag team title around his waist, he's not going to reach out for anything else.
Precisely.
I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be a feather in Dustin Rhodes' cap if he can get this belt from Mr. Perez, because that means he's not only going to be one half of the Florida Tag Team Champion with Mike Graham, but he'll be the Florida Heavyweight Champion.
That would be an awesome load to carry, I can tell you that right now. But
a lot of guys after him.
But he... All right, remember now, this is for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. One fall with a 20-minute time limit.
I'm sure that Al Perez, though, on the other side, Gordon, is thinking this isn't going to be a walk in the park either. So it's not going to be an easy task for Dustin Rhodes to go out there and just take Al Perez. He's been the world's champion and now the Florida Heavyweight Champion, so he's no pushover.
All right, Mickey J, watch him. Humperdinck complaining about the...
Hang on, Dustin, hang on. All right, look at that.
Complaining that he was...
Dustin in the gym quite a bit, Gordon, lately, and I put a lot of time in with him. But, you know, it's a pleasure to put time in with somebody that really wants to get out there and be the best.
Well, he's a second-generation competitor and a chip off the old block, and...
There's no doubt. There's no give up in that vocabulary.
Forearm into the stomach once again of Dustin Rhodes. Rhodes, the Natural. Beautiful
right,
counter.
Dustin.
Nice counter. Nice counter.
Take him out, Dustin. Stay on him.
All right, it is Dustin Rhodes, and he's
Can't
not...
let Al Perez rest. He can't back off.
By the same token, that was a dangerous corner, and I'm sure Dustin was thinking ahead and saying, if I get over in that corner, if I charge in too recklessly, there could be some problems. Perez caught him in the midsection.
Come on, Dustin!
Perez, a roundhouse right. It's got Dustin sagging up against those ring ropes.
Come on, Dustin, fire!
Rhodes in trouble here.
All right.
A nice reversal by Rhodes. Charged in, but Perez was out of the way.
He hesitated. Come on, Dustin, reach down. Ooh.
Rhodes
Well, I heard that one over there.
Yeah, I did too. Rhodes smashed to the canvas.
Come on, Dustin, don't give up. Reach down, Dustin.
Got him in that sickle. He's got him in the sickle.
Reach down. Come on, Dustin, come on.
Rhodes trying to fight his way back to his feet, and it is Perez.
Come on, Dustin.
Rhodes, of course, has obviously the crowd all the way behind him. Rhodes now using that elbow. Perez keeping a rear chin lock now on Dustin Rhodes. Remember, the Florida Heavyweight Championship on the line, and time does become an ally of Al Perez, because as each minute ticks away, the pressure mounts on Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, but now Perez got a long way to go. Come on, Dustin. Keep going, son. Go.
Perez.
Kick.
Almost had him. Delivered a boot. And so it is Rhodes now. And I'll tell you what, I think the experience and all the time in the ring
All right. He's out.
Well, I think that the experience and the time in the ring that Perez has could tell the difference in this match.
There's no doubt he's got the experience, but Dustin's got that heart. You know, I've had the experience over a lot of opponents, Gordon. And the one thing that happens is sometimes those younger guys and sometimes those strong guys, they can't be beat.
Perez trying to get some extra leverage there.
Gotta keep my eye on that Mickey J and get on his back. Look at Al Perez putting his feet on it. Come on, Mickey J! That ain't no easy job either, Gordon, being a referee. I don't know a referee in any sport that's very well liked.
There you can see those legs going up behind Perez, and referee Mickey J caught him that time. Forced the break. Dustin in trouble here. Dustin in trouble. He's going to have to... he's going to hang in there. He's going to have to call on some tremendous reserves.
Oh, man. Come on, Dustin.
Out on the concrete. Out on the concrete, and it is Al Perez following him right out.
Oh, man, Al Perez will wear you out on that floor, Gordon. I've had quite a few matches around the state with Al. He gets out on that floor, he likes to ram you back in the corner. He'll use anything out there to slow you down. Then he rolls back in, as you can see where he's at right now, getting his break. Resting.
Al Perez.
Come on, Dustin.
Again, getting set to move outside the ring, and Rhodes coming up very, very slowly, coming back through the second ring rope, and it is Al Perez. It looks to me like Perez is setting him up for the kill now.
Well, he's working on that lower back. We both watched him ram him into the corner. We watched him run him into the apron, and now he's working on that win.
Blocked by Rhodes, and he connected.
Back on.
Good counter punch.
Right.
Another good blow to the side of the head of Al Perez. Perez was ahead of him again.
He's ahead of him, but he hasn't beat him yet. Come on, Dustin. Fire up on him. Oh, man.
Well, I'm
Come on, Dustin! Yeah.
All
right, he's in there, Gordon. He's still in there.
Great second effort.
Still in there.
Great second effort.
Al Perez got that worried look on his face looking out here, isn't he? He thought he was going to be able to take him down a lot faster than he's doing. Come on, Dustin.
As time rolls on, of course, it continues to roll in favor of Al Perez. And it is Dustin Rhodes who is in trouble now.
It's true. Al Perez has got everything to lose here. Dustin Rhodes has got everything to gain, though. He'd probably be the youngest professional wrestler ever to come through this area. And you and I know a lot of great ones have to hold 2 titles. I'm pulling for him, Gordon. I know he can do it. Come on, Dustin.
Well, very frankly, I'd love to see it myself, but I'm just trying to look at it as analytically as possible. And in it right now, Perez definitely is holding the lead.
There's a turn. Now, Dustin, take him down. Take him down, Dustin.
Dustin Rhodes ducked out of the way. Perez hurtled into that steel ring pole. And Perez has been hurt. There's no question about it. We may be seeing the tide change here. High backdrop by Dustin Rhodes.
Stay on him, Dustin. Don't let him breathe now.
That's giving him that added spark. That's giving him that added spark. That adrenaline is flowing now. Great second effort here.
Fantastic match, Gordon. This is fantastic.
Caught him with a short lariat coming off the ropes, and Perez is down again.
1, 2, 3.
And the momentum here has shifted. The momentum here has shifted.
Don't let him rest. Good.
Rhodes catches him a couple of hard right hands.
Inside cradle. 2. Come on, Dustin.
2 count again. Perez still has that tremendous strength and reserve. Tried to hook him into a backslide. Got him into a backslide.
Keep going, Dustin. You're going to get him. You're going to get him. Keep going, Dustin.
Rhodes using that elbow, and Perez
going out.
Outside the ring, and now
Perez looking for a place to go, Gordon.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's
trying to kill that clock is what he's trying to do.
Absolutely.
Come on, Dustin. Take him out. Take him out.
Rhodes bringing him back into the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Steve Kern just went to the ring and Perez missed. Humperdinck very definitely tripped him up. Hey, we've got a new champion. We've got a new champion. Dustin Rhodes just put away Al Perez. Dustin Rhodes just put him away. We've got a battle going on outside the ring now. Humperdinck went charging over there. Now it's Al Perez after Steve Kern. And, brother, we've got a real Pier Sixer going on. Perez. And now, hold on. The big steel man just charged in. The big steel man just caught Kern from behind, and now the big steel man. Kern has been driven to the canvas. The big steel man up on that second row. Dustin Rhodes closes in. Oh, Lord. Good grief. They just caught Dustin Rhodes. And hold on, here come the nasty boys. We've got to get some order restored, but we've got a new Florida heavyweight champion, and that, in fact, is the natural, Dustin Rhodes. We'll be back.
I'm sorry, I had no idea. How can these guys get away with what you just saw? Steve Kern, Dustin Rhodes, you have just signed your death warrants, brother! Your death warrants! This is the final straw! I will not stand anymore! Perez, the title is gone, brother!
Oh, let me tell you something. It did not come easy. Dustin Rhodes, it did not go easy. You are up there with the top 10, brother. But let me tell you, I'm not laying down taking it with my back flat. You're going to have to defend that title again because I want that title back. The way you took it was not all you. Dustin Rhodes, you're a great opponent, but you're not ready for that title yet. Something that big has to go on a man like me. I'll get that title back, Dustin. Believe me.
What I want everybody to remember as a final picture of what you just saw is this videotape, Mr. Director, if you please.
And now, hold on. The big steel man just charged in. The big steel man just caught Kern from behind, and now the big steel man. Kern has been driven to the canvas. The big steel man up on that second row. Dustin Rhodes closes in. Oh, Lord. Good grief.
Dustin Rhodes, you took the blow that was meant for Steve Kern, but now at every turn of the road, you both will pay and pay dearly. Gordon Sully, say something. I'm so mad I can't even talk.
Well, I think we've heard quite enough from them as it is, but nonetheless, let me just say once again, officially, Dustin Rhodes, the natural, is indeed the new Florida heavyweight champion, regardless of anything that... Here comes... Well, I gave you uninterrupted time. I gave you uninterrupted time. Let's go to the ring. We've got a match upcoming momentarily, and this should be quite a match indeed. Jomo moving out against Mike Awesome. One fall, 10-minute time limit.
I cannot believe that they're treating me like this, that they're punching me in the face, and they're taking away my titles, and they're beating up my men. Well, brother, I've got the muscle with me now, as you can see over my right shoulder, brother, the Terminator, and he won't let nobody get their hands on me.
I must say he is an impressive in the side headlock now by Jomo. And it is amazing what Kareem Muhammad has been able to do to this man since he fell under his, all I can say is spell, if you will. Kareem Muhammad.
Jomo may be a man possessed, but you're going to see a lot of possession going on around here in the upcoming weeks. I'll guarantee you that right now.
Kareem Muhammad giving some quick advice to Jomo.
No, they made a statement earlier, Jomo and Kareem Muhammad did. I'd like to listen to that right now because I can't even talk anymore.
Well, we'll be hearing from that previously recorded comment in just a moment. A lock-up collar and elbow, once again, side headlock by Jomo. Jomo caught him very nicely with that boot into the chest. And Kenya now punishing Awesome. Now, I might point out, too, Kenya's giving away a lot of weight here. Quick vertical suplex.
And I'm taking particular joy in watching Jomo Kenya and Kareem Martin out here handing this young upstart Mike Awesome a wrestling lesson that he'll not soon forget. That's what Kern needs. That's what Dustin Rhodes needs.
Well, let's see if we can get some comments from that they recorded a little bit earlier. I understand.
That's all the laughing has stopped now. I told you what I would do for you. Take you right to the top. Winning titles and everything. People have been wondering what happened to you. What made you into the man today like you are now? Well, next week, the family doctor will be introduced.
Family doctor.
That's what he said, the family doctor, the man who's responsible for this amazing transformation in Jomo Kenya. I think you should be honored, a man of letters, maybe DDS, DR, RX, PhD. What kind of doctor is he anyway?
I don't know. He said the family doctor's all I understood. All right, Jomo Kenya keeping that head controlled now. Kareem Muhammad seemingly somewhat unconcerned outside the ring, although he's a very intense person as well. For those of you who may have tuned in just a moment later, too, we do have a new Florida heavyweight champion.
Go ahead, rub it in. Go ahead, Gordon Soley, rub it in.
I'm not rubbing it in. Maybe some folks are just tuning in. Dustin, the natural Rhodes, defeated Perez for the Florida heavyweight championship.
And give him some news right now. By the time this show airs next week, Perez will have beaten up both Steve Gator Kern and Dustin Rhodes, gotten revenge and gotten that title back. Go ahead, pop the news already to him.
Good move by Kenya, behind his man. Rolling reverse into a saddle block.
Beautiful.
Down
beautiful.
for the three. Down for the three.
Jomo Kenya is a man possessed. What a change I've seen in this individual over the last couple of weeks. There's a man on the move right there.
We're going to see this once again. You'll see what we're talking about. Now, notice the differential in size here. But Kenya has that tremendous ability to get airborne, which he did right here. Comes down, catches his man from behind, has him stunned. Rolling reverse into that, really, it's like a saddle. And he tried to get that shoulder up, but it was too far down for the count. And so Jomo Kenya notches another victory. Florida Championship Wrestling affords promotional consideration to the following firms for their cooperation with us. Of course, every time we fly to the Bahamas, we fly on Bahamas Air. And while we're in the Bahamas, we enjoy the cuisine at Charlie's Place. Now, here in the United States, affordable copies, and if you have copying machine troubles, give affordable copies a call. Only $35 an hour, and that is indeed a bargain price. Also, Carrollwood Office Services. If you need secretarial services of any kind, please call for Cynthia Bissell at Carrollwood Office Services. And to Gulf Southern Enterprises, painting and drywall contractors, and our special thanks to DeVoe Paints as well.
Randy Roberts,
anybody,
nobody's
going to touch you.
Thanks, pal.
All right, the Terminator is indeed here. There you see the Dirty White Boy and Black Bart, the Southern Force. Of course, they'd like to regain.
Speaking of guys that were robbed, take a look at these two. Dustin Rhodes and Michael Graham again.
Here come the Nasty Boys.
Gordon Soley is filthy and nasty synonymous.
It can be, yes.
Well, these are two of the most filthy individuals that I've ever seen in my life. Will you take a look at this? It looks like it's the month of October, and these two guys are going out trick-or-treating.
Well, we'll find out about trick-or-treating in just a moment here. Black Bart driving his shoulder into the midsection of Knobs. A reversal now by Knobs as Black Bart up against Rhodes, and then a good high at the Tony Anthony, the dirty white boy, comes charging in, and I'll tell you what, bodies are flying all over the ring. Knobs and Sags have cleared the ring. They have cleared the ring.
These boys have come to fight. No matter what they look like or smell like, they're here to fight.
I won't question that.
Black Bart and Tony Anthony, the white boys, now outside the ring, regaining their thought pattern, getting everything together, moving back into the ring now is Black Bart. Taking Tony Anthony, look at that. That's thinking. That's thinking.
I'd say to those of you in Sebring that this coming Monday night, I'll be in Sebring for matches, and before then I'll be being interviewed on Tony Bono's sports talk show.
You know, I heard you talking about Charlie's place in Bahamas there a minute ago. You know, we're going to be in Freeport in the Grand Bahama Islands on the 9th of June. And then the next night on the 10th of June, we're going to Nassau, where everybody loves Humperdinck.
Yeah, they sure do. Series of full slams here by Sags has the Southern Force outside the ring once again.
I'll tell you my analysis of this team. The guy with the blonde hair, he's goofier than a duck on ether. And the other guy with the dark hair looks like the mascot for the Atlanta Braves. You know that thing that sits out there in right field, and every time they hit a home run, they pull a cannon? That looks like him right there. Take a good long look.
All right. Here's one of the toughest young fellows I've seen in a long, long time, the dirty white boy, Tony Anthony, who's up against, gets that side headlock on Sags.
This guy Anthony comes to me with a reputation a mile long, brother. He has done some of the nastiest things. I wish, in fact, that I had done some of them. They were so nasty. Some of the dirtiest things in wrestling, this guy right here is pulled off. I want you to know that.
Crowd picking up the champ now of the Nasty Boys. Nasty, nasty. And Sags off the ropes, drops. Ooh! Caught from behind.
The poor, clumsy fellow
Tripped.
He tripped. I saw him right over here. His foot caught the edge of the apron, and the big stumble bum hit his nose.
Yeah, well, I saw he must be three-legged then, because I saw another leg catching him in the back of the head.
Well, put it this way. Rudolph Nureyev, this guy. You got it?
Well, I'll grudgingly give you that. Tony Anthony drives that knee into the chest of Sags.
Now you're seeing these guys open up. You're seeing them take full control here and bounce these bozos around like they should be bounced.
Well, he slips away from a possible pinning combination, that time from Black Bart. And again, the crowd picking up the chant. They are definitely for the Nasty Boys and not for the Southern Force. Double leg pickup by Black Bart. Looks like he's trying to, aha! Wow. Set him up, and Tony Anthony caught him with a lariat coming in.
That was a pretty move. Who taught him that, you think?
Well, obviously. I've never questioned your managerial skills, my friend.
And together, as if I wasn't great enough before, now combined with the one and only Diamond Dallas Page and the Diamond Exchange, I'm bigger and we are better than ever.
Well, we've got a tremendous crowd and some tremendous matches during this past hour.
Indeed.
And I would certainly like to, before we close out, say that I'm sorry you had your problems with your champion.
I'll bet you're sorry.
Nonetheless, I've enjoyed having you here on the air with us.
Well, listen, Gordon Soule, I want to make you a promise, too, before I leave. And that's that I will get even with Dustin Rhodes, and I will get even with Steve Kern. It might not be tonight. It might not be next week, but I will do it. Take a look at that.
Okay, our time is completely gone. We'll see you at Flea Masters in a couple of hours. We've still got action going, and neither team has been able to score a pinfall yet. And they're battling right down to the wire, no question about it.
80 bar the door. Look at this one. It's a barn burner.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I wish we could stay longer, but this is wild indeed. The Nasty Boys and the Southern Force. What a combination you've got here, and they all won.